Can a small child play with the fat child on the seesaw? Explain how. If yes, can a fat small child play with a fat child on the seesaw? Seesaw is here if he above 6 years, not 3 years or so. If he above 6 years, not 3 years or so. So he sit on the medium. If he is a sitting position of weight, here he will lose not edge. यहाँ देखिए स्मॉल डिस्टेंस, अगर वेट लार्ज होगा, वेट लार्ज एंड स्मॉल वेट, तो ही विल कम्स डाउन. ठीक है. फैट अगर सेंटर में बैठेगा तो जो लो वेट है ही विल प्ले विद ईच अदर. इम्बैलेंस हो जाते हैं दोनों इक्वल इन वेट, इक्वल इन वेट, बैलेंस वेट. Children are sitting on a seesaw such that they cannot swing. What is the net torque in this situation? Two children are sitting on a seesaw such that they cannot swing. What is the net torque in this situation? Because they are in balance or balance. If they move little, similar in 3.4.13, and if distance is small, then they will enjoy. Okay? But it is a balanced condition. Both sides have the same weight, so they cannot enjoy. Do you know a cyclist pushes the pedal of a bicycle? This forms a couple that acts on the pedals. The pedal causes the tooth wheel to turn, make the rear wheel of the bicycle to rotate. Do you know a cyclist pushes the pedals of a bicycle? This forms a couple that acts on the pedals. The pedals cause the tooth wheel to turn, making the rear wheel of the bicycle to rotate. Tooth wheel cause the rigid होते हैं, so they move, rotate, and the friction, some friction affect. और मुझे भी ऐसे लगता था a body satisfied quiz. A ladder leaning at a wall as shown in figure. Leaning a wall against wall. ठीक है, against wall है a ladder leaning at a wall. In figure 4.31 is in a equilibrium. How? So the day you open up and you trust your choreographer, trust in the process, you are going to shine. Okay? Because के यहाँ इक्वल बैलेंस है. ठीक है. यहाँ पे टर्निंग जो हमारा टॉर्क है, जो हमारा टर्निंग टॉर्क इज इक्वल टू 0 है. Because it is a rest condition. Turning for no one is force is affecting on it. So it is the turning torque is equal to 0. The weight of the leader, turn करना फोर्स चाहिए होती है, हम रोटेट कर रहे होते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल कि यहाँ पे हमारे एक स्पेनर था, इससे हम रोटेट करते हैं लेफ्ट और एंटी क्लॉकवाइज और क्लॉकवाइज, टाइटन के लिए और लूजर. सो हियर इज नो फोर्सेस turning force, so it is in equilibrium. The weight of the ladder is in figure produce an anti-clockwise torque. The wall pushes the ladder at its top and thus produce a clockwise torque. Does the ladder satisfy second condition for equilibrium? Yes, the answer is, does the speed of a ceiling fan go on increasing all the time? If it's controlled by a dimmer or regulator, not go on increasing all the time, uniform speed, rotate it with यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड के साथ ये रोटेट होता है, इसके साथ डिमर लगा होता है, डेट इंक्रीज इट्स रोटेशन सीलिंग फैन स्पीड। सीलिंग फैन नज़र आ रहा होता है, ये है सीलिंग फैन, ठीक है, ये हमारी लैडर है और ये हमारा सीलिंग फैन है। सीलिंग फैन को अगर हमारा डीमर लगा होता है और रेगुलेटर होता है, उसके ऊपर से कंट्रोल किया जाता है इंक्रीज स्पीड ऑफ विद द यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड, ठीक है, इंक्रीज विद इट रोटेशन और डीमर। Does the fan satisfy second condition for equilibrium when rotating the uniform speed? Second condition is also satisfied if an object is in equilibrium, does not move along a straight line. यहाँ पे rotate नहीं हो रहा, then it is shows the second condition of equilibrium, ठीक है, and then because it is in at rest, you can see, but it is not fell down or with a or any gravitation forces affecting on it. A body 70% marks obtained, so no excuses. Mini exercise. Another observe do you know vehicles are made heavy at the bottom? This lowers their center of gravity and helps to increase their stability. Stable vehicle wheels and their stability on the road. Central gravitation. Does an apple attract the earth towards it? ये मिनी एक्सरसाइज हमारी ग्रेविटेशन की है। सो हमारे 111 पेज नंबर है। Yes, here is a gravitational force, but when apple ripe, a force attracts an apple towards the earth. So apple fall down by Newton's law. Weight of apple W is equal to n, 1n, and the force of the earth exert on the apple. With what force an apple does an apple attract the earth towards it? Yes, here is a gravitational force, but when apple ripe, a force attract an apple towards the earth. Second है हमारा मिनी एक्सरसाइज है, with what force does an apple weighing 1 Newton attract the earth? 1 Newton with what force an apple weighing 1 Newton attract the earth? F is equal to W, so 1, N is equal to force is equal to weight. Force is equal to W, then weight is equal to 1, and the force is also equal to 1 Newton. 1 Newton F. Force it can With what force does an apple wing one and attract the earth? One Newton force is attract to the apple to the attract the earth. It fell down when it ripes. Does the weight of an apple increase, decrease, or remain constant when taken to the top of a mountain? The weight of an apple remain constant when taken to the top of the mountain. So, do you know value of G? On the surface of a celestial object depends on Celsius. Celsius object depend on its mass and its radius. The value of G on some of the celestial. Do you know value of G on the surface of the celestial object depends on its mass and its radius. The value of G on some of the object is given below. Objects and their masses. The value of G with value of G. Sun की है हमारी G. Some of the objects is given below. Celestial. Do you know your value of G on the surface of a celestial object depend on its mass and its radius. Mass and radius पर depend करते हैं. The value of G on some of the objects is given below. Object is Sun 274.2 G meter per second square, Mercury 3.7, Venus 8.87, Moon 1.62, Mars 3.73, Jupiter 25.94. Saying this an apple can fall down, this eliminate and this condition is create that they can no exist. Do you know height of a geostationary satellite is about 42,300 km from the center of the earth. Its velocity with respect to the earth is 0. Do you know global position system GPS, a satellite navigation system? It helps to the find tools of the exact position of an object anywhere on the land, on the sea, or in the air. GPS consists of 24 Earth satellites. These satellites revolves round the earth twice a day with a speed of 3.87 km per hour. Do you know Moon is nearly 380,000 kilometer. 380,000 kilometer away from the earth. It completes its one revolution around the earth is 27.3 days. 30 days in the complete of earth's revolution around the earth revolving. ठीक है, तो revolves and revolution is a so here is complete the following. Earth gravitation है. So ये MCQ है, how to solve. So second MCQ, encircle the correct answer from the given choice. Earth's gravitational force of attraction vanish 64 km, infinity 42,300 km, 1,000 km. Consider it is considered that a ball sphere or a planet or a sapphire has in a stationary geostationary, that is a space. So there is an infinity
infinity gravitational force. Then B is correct option. Value of G increases with the increase in mass of the body, increase in the altitude, decrease in altitude, none of the above. C. Decrease in the altitude. The value of G increase with the decrease in altitude, none of the above. The value of G at the height of one Earth's radius above the surface of the Earth is 2G, 1 by 2G, 1 by 3G and 1 by 4G. ये here answer है यहाँ पे. When R is greater than H, here R is a radius and H is a altitude. So if more than altitude, R is more than H, and here is an equation. R plus H is equal to R, and GH is represent H. From 1 and 2 they relate with each other because radius, if the radius of Earth is considered, then there is a gravitation too. So from 1 and 2, equation 1 and 2, if R is 2 twice more than, then H is also pass the show R once, then this is a G equal to from 1 and 2, 3R is equal to G and R pass approximate 3. So then the altitude and the R, if R pass a more than height, then altitude radius, that is equal to G by 3. Consideration. The value of G on moon's surface is 1.6 meter per second square. What will be the weight of a 100 kilogram body on the surface of the moon? That is F multiply with 1.6. F is equal to ma. F is equal to ma के इक्वल होता है, गिवन होता है. सो हम 100 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1.6 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, that is equal to 160 Newton. The altitude of geostationary orbit in which communication satellites are launched above the surface of the Earth is 850 km, 1000 km, 64 km, 42 and 300 km. above and 300 km. The orbital speed of a low orbit satellite is 800 meter per second square. मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ये गिवन है यहाँ पे थर्ड. अगर हम इसे पहले से ही पढ़ चुके हैं, यहाँ ऑलरेडी कांस्टेंट गिवन है 4200 किलोमीटर. ठीक है, अबव होती है, कांस्टेंट गिवन है, 0 कांस्टेंट, जी कांस्टेंट. If the Earth radius is 64 kilometer, the constant is 42. Consider above the surface. ये do you know? ठीक है, 42 अंदर given है. So Allah Hafiz. And then next is work and energy. Next inshallah. Next is